Hello, I'm Faith Jacobs, director and author of Faithfully Yours Mozart, and head creative of Coffee&Comics Productions. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. You may be familiar with his name. He was, after all, responsible for over 300 compositions over the span of his 35 years of life. But let's turn back the pages to a different time in Mozart's life, and one that is often overlooked entirely. In March of 1781, Wolfgang seized the opportunity to escape the tedious life that he had known in his hometown of Salzburg, Austria. Having experienced a tumultuous period of life 5 years earlier after his mother, Maria Anna Mozart, tragically died during his advent in Paris, Wolfgang experienced a profound and humbling time of grief, sadness, and much parental strife with his father, whom blamed his son for the neglect and eventual death of his wife on July 3rd in Paris, France. Ultimately, following this event, Wolfgang remained in Salzburg with his sister and father for a time, and from his sister's diary we can conclude it was a monotonous existence. 5 years later, now 25 years of age and longing to compose an opera and find his fortunes elsewhere, young Wolfgang turned his eyes to his family's employer, the Prince Archbishop of Salzburg, Colorado. While the two would never see eye to eye while Wolfgang was alive, young Mozart seized the chance to rent a postchaise and travel alone to Vienna to join Colorado, arriving there March 16, 1781, dog-tired but ready to take chances and make his mark on the world. Yet it was not all nobles, operas, musical rivals, and drama with peers or clients alike that filled Mozart's first few months in Vienna. Like all young men in the Georgian Revolutionary War era period, Wolfgang was no stranger to the tides of love, nor its heartbreak, having been entangled with the soprano Sophia Weber in his youth. Yet, while there was strife in Vienna, he was also met with a rather unexpected light in the midst of trial and tribulation, who the heart of a woman often overshadowed and left behind in the story of his life. And it is that very love which brings me to welcome you to sit back and enjoy Faithfully Yours Mozart's The Courtship. Dive into a different world, a different time and place, in history through the eyes of unexpected love.
I get all excited like a child when I think about being with you again. If people could see into my heart, I would almost feel ashamed. Everything is cold to me. Ice cold. If you were here with me, maybe I would find the courtesy people are showing more enjoyable. But as it is also empty. Adieu, my dear. Shall we meet again? I send you 1,000,000 of kisses. I am forever your Mozart, who loves you with his entire soul.
Coffee&Comics presents Faithfully Yours Mozart, The Courtship, written and directed by Faith Jacobs. Chapter 1. Pompous Bastards and Viperous Tongues.
May 9th, 1781. I am still filled with the gall of bitterness, and I feel sure that you, my good kind father, will sympathize with me. My patience has been so long tried it has last given away. I no longer have the misfortune to be in the Salzburg service, and today is a happy day for me. 3 times already has well, I know not what to call him. However, he has said the most insulting and impertinent things to my face, which I dare not repeat to you, on the wish to spare your feelings, and I only refrain from taking my revenge on the spot, because I always had you, my dear father, before my eyes. He called me a knave, and a dissolute fellow, and told me to take myself off, and I endured it all, though I feel that not only my honour but yours was aggravated by this. But, as you would have had it so, I was silent. Now, hear what passed. 8 days ago, the messenger came to me quite unexpectedly and said, I must instantly leave my lodgings. Apparently, due notice had been given to the others, but not to me. Therefore, I packed up my things hurriedly, and old Madam Weber was so kind as to take me into her house, where I have a pretty room, and am with obliging people, ready to supply me at once with all that I require. Things that are not so easy to procure when one is quite alone, mind you. I fixed my journey for Wednesday the 9th, this very day, with the post-carriage, not being able, however, in the interim to collect the money I have yet to receive. I postponed my journey till Saturday, and when I went to the archbishop, the valet told me that the prince meant to give me a packet to take charge of.
Blasted scoundrel. Scoundrel, archbishop, scoundrel. Archbishop. Ugh, archbishop. Blasted fellow. Scoundrel. 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 Archbishop. Bishop. 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 Ah. Scoundrel. Must keep to yourself, Mozart. Must keep to yourself, must keep, must I, must I must keep to myself.
Ah, Wolfgang, you're just the man I wish to see.
Really? Whatever for, sir, if I might be so inclined to inquire?
A few errands, as usual. The archbishop has a packet here on which you are to take charge of and deliver at once to this address.
Goodness! These are rather pressing tasks at the moment. Can they not wait? I do have other matters I wish to discuss with the archbishop.
Can they wait? Ah, indeed not. What you hold in your hands is of the utmost importance. It needs to be delivered at once to the addressee, or the archbishop will box your ears in. Mark my words.
Pish posh. Colorado can do whatever he fancies. Besides, what I have to say to him is of equally in great importance as to the burden in my arms. So please, can you not find another soul to carry this heaping load where it's meant to go?
You were asked by name specifically, Herr Mozart. It is your responsibility
And
to
it
carry.
shan't be after today, because I regret to be truthful, that I can no longer assist the archbishop with his tasks.
Whatever do you mean by that?
If you had but let me explain myself, sir. I came here not to be worked like a dancing monkey, but to speak to the archbishop. I'm resigning from my position of servitude, as I was so informed this morning that I've been asked to leave the lodgings. I regret that I cannot have the honour of being of use to His Highness on this occasion.
But why? I don't understand what's happened, sir.
I suppose I didn't satisfy the man, and my work is not satisfactory, owing to particular reasons which His Highness mentioned in his letter this morning. It's a feat of which I shall abide by, but I wish to have one final discussion with Colorado before I was off.
Well, as you can see, he's not here. But you are welcome to come back a while later and speak to the archbishop then.
Indeed I shall. Whew. This will show that bastard.
Mozart! Please! Herr Mozart! Herr Mozart! I implore you! Wait a moment, sir! Mozart, please! Hold on for but a moment!
I'm afraid I have no time for petty gab at the moment, Shaluka. Make it quick if you must.
I was hoping I'd see you, sir. For I've heard of your predicament with the archbishop. And I'm sorry to see you've been dismissed.
It seems particularly everyone knew I had been dismissed except me. For only I found out about it this morning.
Indeed, we were all informed. And it's a shame you've got to go. I quite enjoyed your jests, Herr Mozart.
At least someone does. The archbishop is denser than the stuffed goose at Christmas time when it comes to understanding ninny wits.
I suppose he is. And I'm guessing that's your destination, isn't it? You plan to speak to the archbishop?
I am, though I don't think I'll be sticking around here long after today. However, there is a slight obstacle. I do not yet have the funds to leave. And he aims to make me without lodgings.
Well, if you speak to Colorado, allow me to offer you this. You must give him proper reason for your delayed departure. A lack of money isn't his problem. And otherwise, if you don't give him due cause for a delay, I fear he may not speak to you at all.
That's wise and quite clever. Adieu, I suppose, sir. Into the lion's den I go.
Mozart? Such a surprise to see you here. I had thought you'd have been off by now. Or weren't you informed that you're to clear your belongings and find lodgings outside the order?
I beg your pardon for the intrusion, sir. Indeed, I intended to have gone tonight, but every place in the post-carriage is already engaged.
There's nothing I can do for that. And you no longer work for me. Or don't you recall the offense you caused? Thus, you cannot stay here any longer. You've outlived your welcome with such callous disregard for my authority.
Yes, sir. Please accept my letter of resignation.
I suppose I shall. However, as you cannot stay here, where are you going now, young fellow?
I couldn't say, sir. Perhaps, however, your grace would assist me with a word or two. I know our relationship has dwindled due to my cause of offence towards you, but surely you could provide a letter for future employment, sir?
You're the most absolute licentious, dissoluted, and dissipated young man I've encountered.
I beg your pardon, what, sir?
You ask for a letter! A letter! For a wretched and spoiled scamp such as you! You're a damned scoundrel, asking of such a selfish request. As God is my witness, young man, I shan't give you an ounce of sympathy, nor a word. No word could do justice for the vulgar, roguish, and incompetent attitude which you've displayed towards myself and my brethren. Take yourself off, I say.
Grace, I don't understand. I merely have requested that you offer a recommendation for future employment. What have I done that could warrant you to deny something quite simple?
Truly, you must be deficient in mental intelligence if you deny what you did. Your incompetence, arrogance, and lack of respect for my authority has reached its peak. You ask for compensation when it is you who should pay for the damages you've caused.
I suppose no man has served him so badly as I have, and he's recommended me to set off the same day, or else he's going to write home to stop my salary. Oh, Providence, spare me. You can do anything, surely anything but that.
I insist that you leave today, and no later. Otherwise, I'll cut off every right to your current finances.
I beg of you, don't. What I have asked is for one word, just one. I need your recommendation in order to...
I've had enough of your vulgar and snivelling tongue. It's unbecoming. Leave this place and my sight before you force my hand, damned ragamuffin.
His words blaze away like fire. Though I'm certain I'm hearing it all with calmness in my heart. Despite the irritation that's betraying you all before me, he's actually telling me to face my deliberate falsehood. That I was given a salary of 500 florins under his charge, and still, the gravitas of gumption, the appalling audacity to call me a ragamuffin, a scamp, a rogue. Mercy. I can feel at last my blood beginning to boil. Your grace does not appear to be satisfied with me. But hear me well, sir, for you'll regret this endeavour. On the honour of myself and of my father. Rest assured, you shall rule the day you let go of me.
Is that a threat? You dare to threaten me, you bloody rascal? Well then, there's the door. I ask of you to use it, and I tell you I will have nothing more to do with a scoundrel such as thee.
Or I with you, pompous snake.
Begone, before I call the guards to toss you out.
Let it be known that our accord is settled, sir, and you shall have it tomorrow in writing.
Begone!
Adieu, your holiness. Put it to you, my dear father, if I was not rather too late in saying this than too soon, my honour is more precious to me than all else, and I know it is the same to you, but under no anxiety on my account am I so sure of success here, that for much lesser cause I would have given up my situation. I have, besides, 3 different times had good reason to do so, till such treatment seemed to be quite a matter of course. I was twice called cowardly fellow. So, I was resolved to not deserve the name a 3rd time. But so long as the archbishop remains here, I will not give a concert. Your fear that this will bring me into bad misgivings with the emperor and the nobility is quite unfounded. The archbishop is hated here, and most of all by the emperor. In fact, not having been invited to Luxembourg is the very cause of his rage. By next post, I mean to send you a little money, to show that I am in no difficulty here. Moreover, I beg you to be cheerful, for my good fortune is now about to begin, and I hope my good fortune will always be yours also. Write to me, by some private hand, that you are satisfied. And in truth, you may well be so. But publicly, abuse me as much as you like, that none of the blame may fall on you. If, in spite of this, the archbishop should be guilty of the slightest impertinence towards you, then I beg you and my sister will come straight to me at Vienna. For I give you my word of honour that we can all 3 live here perfectly well. Still, I should be glad if you could endure it for a year. Do not write to me again at Duchel Orden's house, nor exclose my letters in their parcel. I want nothing more to do with Salzburg. I hate the archbishop to madness. Write to me at Peter's 11 Zum Augegottes on the 2nd floor. Let me soon have your approval, for that alone is waiting to my present happiness. Faithfully, your loving son, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Yes? Do come in. Ah, Sophia, hello there. How can I be of assistance to you?
Hello there. I hope you'll pardon the interruption, Herr Mozart, but Mother wishes to let you know that supper will soon be served.
I'm grateful, of course. I shall join you all shortly.
Very good. I'll see you downstairs shortly, sir.
Well, I suppose I shan't delay heading down for dinner. After all, oh, Madam Weber doesn't approve of such tardiness.
Faithfully Yours, Mozart. Written and directed by Faith Jacobs. Featuring the voice talents of Aaron Ralph as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Mark Stihel as the Archbishop, Nero as the Valet, Ross K. Fode as the Valet. Featuring music by Greg Quendel. Adapted from the life and letters of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Thank you for listening. And until next time, may love thrive in unexpected circumstances.